Almost immediately following George Floyd's murder, the DEI movement took on a new sense of urgency. But in the last 5 years, a lot has changed there as well, shifting towards a new era that appears to abandon some of the progress that was made. Sammy Salina looks into the rise and fall of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I can't breathe!
During a dark time,
We're tired of it, and we need justice.
so much came to light.
It became an opportunity to interrogate why this sense of invisibility remains.
Dr. Yohuru Williams is the founding director of the Racial Justice Initiative at the University of St. Thomas.
Corporations, other institutions were forced to look at the ways in which the murder of George Floyd was symptomatic of broader systemic exclusion of people of color.
Williams says for some, diversity, equity, and inclusion was seen as a light in all of that darkness.
Target being chief among them, who did some really incredible things. The downside, unfortunately, has been this backlash, this idea that somehow in so doing, those same organizations were discriminating against the white majority.
Our country is going to be based on merit.
But after President Donald Trump signed his executive order saying DEI programs divided Americans by race,
DEI! DEI!
organizations, including Target, rolled back on their DEI programs, with advocates telling us it felt like betrayal.
I'm heartbroken. I was one of the small businesses that benefited from the initiatives that Target implemented after George Floyd died.
I reached out to several nonprofits to ask them what DEI means to them. None of them wanted to talk about it, but one Twin Cities nonprofit leader agreed to an anonymous interview.
Speaking out certainly on camera and identifying yourself or your organization is a risk.
We granted anonymity because they said that they're worried millions of dollars in federal funds will be taken away from the underserved people they help.
Families are relying on these resources to survive.
They said some of their money was frozen after that executive order, but it was thawed with stipulations.
They cannot be used to support any sort of illegal DEI. I think pretty much anything that we're doing could be deemed DEI.
But with DEI now in the shadows, conversations are stifled.
But it's easy to be cowardly. That's what worries me. It's easy not to speak up.
Steve Young was the dean of Hamline University School of Law and wrote guidebooks to ethical and social principles for businesses.
This fight over DEI ends up keeping us in the cul-de-sac. Circling, circling, and circling. That's really bad for the country. We need to reframe somehow.
But that won't come if people can't talk about those three words: diversity, equity, and inclusion.
We should remember the words of Hubert Humphrey, the Minnesotan, the young mayor of Minneapolis, at the 1948 convention of his party, the Democratic Party. We must walk forthrightly into the bright sunshine of human rights.
Sammy Salina, KARE 11 News.